Hey y'all, it's Stacey. Okay, so I feel like this vlog is a little too close for comfort. Like it's totally straight up HD, and I get that, and that's great and all for my videos, but not when I'm not wearing any makeup and haven't done my hair in 2 days. Um, I get a lot of questions on my hair, how often I wash it, things like that. If y'all want me to do a video strictly just on my hair, I can, and I can give you a lot of tips. Good tips too. Don't mind my face, no makeup on. But whatever. We're not talking about makeup, are we? No. We are going to talk about my endoscopy. I think that's how you say it. It's Endoscopy. They use an endoscope. And here's the situation. Let me just kind of start from the beginning. It's a real short story so far. Okay, back in July, it was mid-July. As y'all know, I get sinus infections every time the wind blows, seriously. Or ever since I turned 30, which I'm 31 now. Y'all know I'm PCOS, but I've been having ovarian cysts burst. I wouldn't say on a regular basis, but I would say every few months. And they hurt. And when they burst, they make you nauseated, or they do me. Okay. Also, I had a sinus infection. And that can make you nauseated. It usually doesn't me. But it can, because like the drainage down to your stomach or whatever. Okay. So that was literally, I want to say July the 16th, I think. And I'm trying to work on looking at y'all. I'm sorry. And y'all, I'm totally not gonna lie. I'm out of it right now. I have taken freaking Phenergan, 25 milligrams. I take that for my nausea. I do not take that if I have to drive, or if I'm at work or something, obviously, because I mean that makes me like crazy. It makes me really loopy. It makes me groggy like I am right now. So I can only take that when I'm at home. But here's what happened. So when the sinus around the time the sinus infection and the ovarian cyst burst, I got nauseated. Well, that was normal, because anytime I have a cyst burst on my ovaries, I get nauseated. I just call the doctor. They call me in some Zofran. I'm usually good in about 5 days. Well, that didn't happen, because today is October the 15th, and guess what? I still have nausea. It is the strangest thing in the world. It is crazy. But you know what? I don't even know. Okay, is it recording? Dear God, I hope so. Okay. Okay, sorry, y'all know I fiddle with my hair all the time. It's just something I do. I've always done it ever since I was little. Like, I've done this. This is so funny. I do this. Like, whenever my friends impersonate me, they'll be like, who am I? I'll be like, me! That's me! Okay, so anywho, fast forward to mid-October. So that was July to August, September to October. 3 months. The nausea never went away. And neither did my fever, my low-grade fever. I run a fever every single day between, and some people, I don't know, some people consider 99.8 not a fever, but we consider it a low-grade fever. So it's usually in the range of 99.8 to 100 point something. So I have a fever every single day, which is kind of letting me know that something's not right. And then I have chronic nausea. I didn't go seek doctor help for up until probably last month, because I just thought, dang, it must just be this ovarian cyst or something. It's just lingering around. Well, then once everything else got better, and I still was experiencing nausea, and when I say nausea, I mean, when you get the flu and you're just I don't know, standing in Walmart and all of a sudden it just like hits you, right? It just like hits you out of the blue and you're just like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up like everywhere. You know? Okay, that is what happens to me throughout the day, sporadically, every single day. All day. So, finally, I went to my regular MD, and she was such a rude lady. I don't even consider her my MD anymore. She was so rude and weird. And when I say weird, I mean she was like a biatch. She was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have never heard of that before. Blah, 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 and just made me feel like this big and pretty embarrassed. So yeah, but I mean, other people have complained about her too, so whatever. So then, obviously I got nowhere with her, but she did run a bunch of blood tests and everything came back normal. So from there, I went to my GYN, and it was my yearly or whatever. And, you know, I told my doctor, like, the nausea, and also accompanied by extreme uterus pain that feels like someone's yanking my uterus out. Like, this is happening right now as we speak. And really bad ovarian pain. Well, she told me, she said, what'd she say? I think you could possibly have endometriosis. Not a big deal. I think I've already said this in a video. That can only be diagnosed through a laparoscopy. So, you know, they can have an idea if you have it. They can be pretty sure, but they can't exactly diagnose it without a laparoscopy. Now, if you feel like I'm wrong, I could be. But that is what my GYN and my best friend told me that work in the medical field. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Yeah. So then from there, she did an ultrasound. She did one on my whole upper body, like whatever's up there, I don't know, like abdomen area. And then they did one on like my ovaries, my uterus, all that. Everything was normal, I mean, except for the fact that I have cysts all over my ovaries from the PCOS. So from there, she referred me to a GI, a gastroenterologist. So I went for my appointment, explained to her what's been going on. She wanted to do an endoscopy. And I'm probably saying this wrong, so please don't be mad at me. But if you want to put in the comments like how you pronounce it, I would totally appreciate that, for real. She wanted to do an endoscopy starting out with. And that's where they take a camera, they say it's like really tiny camera, and put it down your throat, and they like look inside your stomach. Okay, so she was like, when do you want to get this done? And obviously I didn't want to get it done at all, but I was like, as soon as possible, because I'm so sick of feeling like this, you know. I want to like find out what the problem is. And I was like, I'm just going to ask you a question, because I said, to me, this is just so strange. I was like, have you ever heard of someone having constant nausea? And she's like, actually, it's not uncommon at all. I was like, really? I was like, because the doctor I went to told me that she never heard of such, blah, blah. She's like, I'm a GI. I see this all the time. She said, the guy that just left in front of you, which he is about my age, maybe younger, she said he has what they call chronic unexplained nausea, which means you're nauseated all throughout the day, but they don't know why. So yeah, she said it wasn't uncommon, so it made me feel a little bit better. So, I'm sitting on my knees, and okay, so I went in for my endoscopy on Monday at 9:30. I wasn't nervous, because from what I understood at the time was that they were going to be putting me under anesthesia. Okay, if you've ever had a colonoscopy, which I know people like in their 40s, and some people in their 30s and above, a lot of y'all have, but it's the same thing. Like, they use the same sedation. It's just instead of through your colon, it's through your esophagus or your mouth. Not esophagus, whatever. I don't even know. It's through your mouth. Okay, so I was not nervous. Well, my appointment was at 9:30, and it was 12 noon, and I couldn't eat or drink after midnight the day before. So they finally called me back, and I get on bed or whatever and get changed, and I'm really anxious. Like, I'm really, really nervous because I also couldn't take any of my daily medication, so I hadn't had any, like, anti-anxiety medication. So, anyways, they start my IV. They had to, like, redo it, which freaking hurt. And then they wheeled me back there, and then she was like, we're not going to put you under, we're going to give you, what is that crap called that Michael Jackson? Demerol and something else. And I was like, and that freaked me out. That freaked me out. And I was like, so I'm going to be, like, aware of what you're doing? And she's like, well, she's like, you are going to be able to, like, hear us, because you're going to have to swallow the camera. And I was like, dear God, please, are you serious right now? I was like, oh my God. And she's like, no, it's okay. You're going to be so out of it. You won't know anything's going on, and then you won't remember it either. Well, when she looked at my chart and saw that I do take quite a bit of anxiety medication, I take 2 and then one other that's a stimulant. Anyways, it's a lot though. She said, okay, I'm reading your medication. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's going to be very hard for us to sedate you. And I was like, please, God, no. And I was like, can you please just give me something? I'm so nervous right now. I'm about to die. I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm puking everywhere. And I didn't say that, but so she told the doctor, and the doctor was like, go ahead and give her some Benadryl, like in the IV. And I was like, yeah, go ahead and give me some Benadryl. So she gives me Benadryl, or Finnergan. She gave me Finnergan and Benadryl, or maybe one or the other. I don't know. Anyways, I know she gave me Finnergan. It didn't do anything to me. So then she added in what's it called? Oh my God, Demerol. Nothing, and then the other stuff. And it didn't really work. I was still completely, I was groggy, of course, but I was all with it. I remember everything. She told me to swallow the scope, and, like, I remember thinking in my head, I do not want to do this, I do not want to do this, oh my God, oh my God. And so I swallowed, or I tried to swallow, but it didn't work. So she was like, try and swallow again, and I was like, so I swallowed again, and it went down, and dear Jesus, I could feel the freaking metal, like, in my stomach. I could feel everything she was doing. It didn't hurt. It was just uncomfortable. I mean, who wants a camera down, up in there? I mean, that's uncomfortable. So, yeah. Long story, I started to say long story short, but no, it's not short, but I'm going to end it right here. They didn't see anything. They took a biopsy. I call on the 21st to get my results, and we'll go from there. But that is what I'm dealing with. I have an interview tomorrow for a job, actually for, like, a full-time, not temp, full-time job. So y'all say a prayer, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. Bye.